I'm Leslie Meredith with Breakbulk Events and Media. I'm here at Breakbulk Americas in Houston, and I have our keynote speaker with me this morning, Ed Gore from Bechtel. Welcome, Ed.
Thank you very much for having me.
Great. Now, I understand you have a new title, so I'm going to let you share that with us.
Sure. I was previously the head of business development for Bechtel's Oil, Gas and Chemicals Global Business Unit, and I've just been reassigned to be the general manager of Bechtel's joint venture company in Kazakhstan.
Are you looking forward to that?
Absolutely. I've been there in the last month off and on, and I mobilize fully next week.
Well, that's fantastic. So you were talking about opportunities for Project Cargo. So can you give us, where should we be looking? What can we look forward to in the next year or so?
I would say that I talked a little bit about three main market sectors, or geographic sectors: the U.S., the Middle East, and Asia. And certainly the U.S., we still see continued projects, basically off the back of the cheap natural gas that we have in the U.S. Continued growth in the petrochemicals business. We have a number of projects that are coming online now, but there's a second wave of projects that we see. And we see those continuing. So that's certainly a market that has some growth for the freight business. And then the Middle East has been very quiet in the last 18 months with new capital projects. We see some of those starting to come back with some of the sour gas projects in Saudi and Abu Dhabi, and some of the major projects that they're looking at in Saudi that is going to convert oil directly to petrochemicals.
Is that a new technology or a new
process? It's certainly not the historical way of typically you use naphtha or natural gas to produce ethylene. So it's certainly another way that they're looking at going directly from crude into chemicals.
Okay. Now, one thing I heard you say is gas is the new oil. What does that mean?
Well, I'd say that in the terms that many of our customers now are looking to gas as a fuel that will be playing a bigger role in the next 10 to 20 years. And so they're looking for new reserves and looking at opportunities to monetize the gas. And so that's really why some of our companies our customers are sort of rebranding themselves a little bit as gas and petrochemical companies rather than oil companies as they move into new market sectors.
All right, and that's going to have a effect in the Middle East as well. The emphasis on gas.
Certainly, and the emphasis in the Middle East historically, a lot of their product has been for export, but with the economic growth. Population growth, and in the Middle East they are looking for gas to fuel internal projects, and so whether that's again petrochemical projects or power projects for electricity for the local populations, that's certainly something that they're looking at closely.
All right, well, let's circle back. Our final question on on North America, maybe U.S. specifically. Overall, projects have been, a little bit down over the last few years, but as you said, we have some bright spots in petrochemicals. What do you see maybe within a 3-year window?
As I mentioned in the presentation, I don't like to predict too much because it's not really our forte as a company, and so certainly I can be certain about a number of projects that are on the drawing board in the petrochemical space is something that for certain. Refining has a little bit of a lower capital expenditure with regard to larger projects, but they're certainly continuing sustaining capital projects in the refining sector, and so it certainly maintains a great opportunity for companies here in the U.S. With the oil production and excess gas that is produced.
All right, well, great. Thank you so much for your insight, and we wish you the best of luck on your new venture.
Thank you very much.